Well, our first stop today is at Stillwater Medical Center to see their new greenhouse and their horticultural therapy program. And you might see a familiar face there. Dr. Ray Campbell is volunteering there, and he's helping them with horticulture therapy. Well, today we're at the Stillwater Medical Center, and we're visiting with Kathy Jordan, who is the activity director here, and we're in their new greenhouse, aren't we, Kathy?
Sure are.
Well, we really appreciate you inviting us to come and kind of observe some of the projects that you're doing here. And today you guys are building terrariums, aren't you?
We were. We used all kinds of small ivy and ferns and plastic containers and soil and rocks and charcoal.
Well, you also had some pretty cool tools that I wanted to show our viewers.
Thanks.
And right over here, these are quite a rig here.
Well, these I just put together just with a common spoon, and I had some skewers, or you could use chopsticks too, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But the reason I extended them is we were reaching down into the terrariums, and I just extended them with some masking tape. And this one I built up a little bit more because some of our patients have difficulty gripping small objects, so this gives them a little bit more leverage.
That's a really good idea. And they actually worked very well for this project. Now, what types of projects besides the terrariums do you do with the horticulture therapy?
Well, we've replanted a lot of plants, and then we've also done our window boxes that were really easy, that we just used from some pre-cut wood, and they fit into the patient's windows sills here, and then when they leave, they can take them with them also.
Well, those are nice.
And seasonal things, we've done some really pretty table settings with pumpkins and flowers, and we've done a lot of flower arrangements and stuff like that.
Well, we have some nice greenhouse benches set up here, and they're actually specially made for this purpose. Can you kind of explain some of the features of the benches?
Well, when we first started, we started with this one over here. That was, I had gone to a horticulture workshop and decided that we needed something like that here. So we made this little one due to the space that we had. And I just measured it so that wheelchairs could go underneath it. And then also it was a good level for patients to stand and balance themselves if they needed to.
It really is very sturdy, so you could actually use this as support.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's real sturdy. And then on the inside, since it was our first one, we didn't line it, but we did put a sealer on it. So eventually we'll probably have to go back and take the dirt out and then put a sealer or a liner in it and then reload it again.
So on this one over here, then you actually kind of learned from your first trial, and you've actually got a liner inside of this, and that's working out pretty good.
Oh, that's working great. And then also we've worked on the drainage too. From our first one, in the other place that we had it, we didn't have a drainage hole on the floor, so we had it drain into a bucket. But when we built on the new addition, we have the drains in the floor too. So our drainage is much better.
Now, what are some of the benefits that you can see from some of the patients working with plants?
Well, one, it brings back their memory of things that they used to do. And growing up, most of them worked in gardens or on farms, or a lot of their livelihood and their food came from things that they grew. So that brings back a lot. And then being in the hospital too with the white walls and the things like that, a lot of the green and the colors really is a good sensory stimulation for them to see all the pretty colors. And then we have grown a lot of things too that have the smells to them too, so that's always encouraging. So we try to hit all their senses.
Well, that's neat. Now, you've actually started here with your greenhouse, but you've got plans to actually grow a little bit more, haven't you?
We do. I'm working on a grant right now that hopefully if it gets funded, that we're going to try to have an outdoor garden terrace on the roof.
Yeah. So basically, the horticulture therapy is very beneficial, and you're going to plan to continue in here.
Definitely.
Well, thank you very much for showing us around, Kathy.
Thanks for coming.
We hope you've enjoyed this classic from the Oklahoma Gardening Vault. Remember, even though these tips and techniques are timeless, there's always something new to learn in the world of gardening. By subscribing to both Oklahoma Gardening and OK Gardening Classics, you'll have access to a wealth of gardening knowledge, both classic and contemporary.